Hey, welcome back. No, start that one again. Hey, welcome back. It's been a little while, probably a couple of weeks since I updated you guys on where we are. The reason why was that when I started sanding the body down after painting, there were a couple of spots where I had sanded through the paint down to the primer, so the white was starting to show through the black, and it was kind of happening over here on the bottom bit here, and also across the bottom here. And so what I needed to do was order a couple more cans of paint and give the entire body a couple of extra coats. So all in all, I did 3 coats of paint with the original 2 cans of paint that I had bought from Nitorlack, and then ordered another 2 cans and have used almost one can. I did another 2 coats and just put some extra attention on those spots that that were showing the primer through. So all in all, I've got close on 5 full coats. There were a couple of areas where I added a bit of extra paint too, but in total I've got 5 full coats, and I do still have some extra paint. I ordered another 2 cans. Part of the challenge that I had was that while I was ordering the paint, there was some severe weather coming out of Spain, and that's where the paint was coming from, and so what that meant was that I got delayed. So it finally arrived about a week and a bit ago. I then sprayed 2 extra coats. I wasn't going to show that to you because it's pretty boring, but here we are now. A couple of extra coats. All in all, it's looking pretty good, and you can see it's pretty solid black, and yeah, looking pretty good. The only challenge, I'm not too sure if you'll be able to see it too well here, is that it does have a little bit of orange peel effect on it, and I think that's just evident of spraying with a spray can and not being proficient. But what I need to do now before I start the top coat paint is sand everything down to get the surface as smooth as possible. I'm not overly concerned about perfection because this is going to have a matte top coat, and I assume that the matte top coat will hide any minor imperfections, but I want to get it as close as I can. So I'm sanding down at 1500 grit. I was originally doing a 600, and I thought that was maybe too aggressive. It does take a little bit longer and probably a little bit more sandpaper to do it at 1500, but I'm just going to take my time. So what I'm going to do today, I did do a little bit over the course of the week, and you can possibly see the difference between that shine there and on that edge. You can see the edges nowhere near as glossy, and I'm currently working on the neck. So what I'm going to do today is I'll just spend some time sanding this neck, sanding the body in general, and yeah, I'll bring you guys along, and let's see how it goes. Cool, so all I've got is I've just put the guitar on something a little bit more stable, just the table. I've put there's some cardboard underneath this just to give it a bit of protection or a bit of cushioning, and then I've just got a blanket. That's just to make sure it's not sitting on any hard surfaces. The other thing that I've got is a torch, and I've just removed the lens and the cover from the torch just so that it spreads the light out as much as possible, and that's just for me to go through and check. It is a black body, so it's not always easy to see in a less than studio lit room, and it's just that I can go and see any imperfections or where I've missed the sanding, so I'll be using that. And then a bowl of water and some strips of wet sandpaper, and as I said, I'm using the 1500. And we'll just get into it and see how it goes.